Hello, and welcome to our September episode of Hingham Happenings. I'm your host, Katherine Collins. Let's take a look at what's coming up on this episode. Children took part in a 6-week series summer program at the Hingham Public Library. The Hingham Police hosted the 15th Annual Family Fun Day. A lion dance performance left people in awe at the library. The annual Selectmen's Regatta took place at Lincoln Maritime Center. Kids enjoyed a day of water fun and Sundays at the library. A unique race was held at Bear Cove Park. All this and more coming up on Hingham Happenings. This past summer, children were invited to sign up for a 6-week series of STEM playgroups, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math. These classes were run by staff from the South Shore Action Council at our very own Hingham Library.
Today we are having a STEM playgroup. STEM stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math activities, and we do a playgroup that incorporates those various activities. The South Shore Community Action Council is a nonprofit agency that provides various services along the South Shore. Through grants and whatnot, they get money so that they can have different programs, and this is one of the programs that they do at the local libraries on the South Shore. This event is designed for preschool-age children, 3 to 5, and sometimes it's their first exposure to a preschool type routine and various activities in a setting that's designed to be with the parent and child involvement, gets them comfortable with various activities and learning new things with their mom still close at hand. The response has been very good. Most of the parents enjoy coming here and say that their kids talk about the different activities and songs that we do here at home, so that everyone seems to be enjoying the program, and it runs a 6-week course year-round. We've been holding this event at this library just for this summer. We have on our website, which is sscac.org, you can find a schedule that will tell you the various towns and libraries where the event occurs. This space was provided for us mid-June. The purpose behind starting the STEM program with children at this age is really just exposing them to the different topics and getting some interest, hands-on activities, so that as they get older and can get more in depth with those areas, they'll feel comfortable and have some prior knowledge. If you want to learn more about our STEM groups, you can look on our website at www.sscac.org. That's South Shore Community Action Council.org, and look under, I believe it's Parent and Me playgroups, and you will find our schedule.
Hingham residents were invited to celebrate the end of the summer with the 15th Annual Family Fun Day. The day consisted of many family fun attractions such as emergency vehicles, a canine demonstration, bouncy houses, and much more. The kids at this event had a blast.
So today we're gathered here for our 15th annual, the Hingham Police Department's 15th Annual Family Fun Day, which was a program conceived 15 years ago as a community outreach program. We invite all these different agencies, different departments from around the South Shore to come and participate. So we call it like a carnival and touch a truck all mashed into one. The Hingham Police Department started it, but we obviously can't take credit for what it's turned into.
The Hingham Police Department has been involved for 15 years. We started this as a joint effort 15 years ago as a way just to give back, and it's expanded every year. We get a lot of donations from businesses, individuals in town, so it really doesn't cost the town that much at all, because it's a lot of donations and a lot of volunteer work, and a lot of volunteers help put this together.
I think it's kind of the time of the summer that you need to have a little bit of extra fun, and because everything's kind of winding down. And it's really a great day. It's a little misty right now, but I think it'll clear up and be nice later on.
We're here just to allow the children and their parents to come up, ask us any questions. They get to check out the different apparatus that we have here today, and also just meet and greet with the firefighters of the local community. So I personally have been helping out with the Family Fun Day for approximately 6 years, and I just think giving back to the community, it's just the right thing to do, and makes me feel good about myself.
I kind of pushed my way into doing this when we first started because my sister had made me the clown outfit, so I thought I should use it. So I got this little guy, and I have another one too, and I usually come and just try to let the kids have a little fun seeing a clown, and some of them are afraid, but it works out pretty well.
We do at Family Fun Days, we try to show a little bit of some of the equipment that we have, some of the offices here that get to meet the people, and just have a little bit of fun of with some of the equipment that we do, and a chance to see us in a little different light too, a little more relaxed and a fun atmosphere. This is a cooperative effort between the police department, the fire, other towns, but also other communities here too. You see some neighboring police departments, state police, environmental police, harbor master's office, the National Guard. You see a lot of other agencies here involved. So this, as I said, it gets bigger every year. It's a lot of volunteer effort, and it's a cooperative effort just to give back and have some fun with the families, that's all.
I think it's become a way for them to come and gather. Traditionally, it's at the end of August, right before school starts, and it's a way for them to come together after they've had their summer vacations and end the summer and communicate with not just the police department, but fire departments and different departments from around the town.
It brings the community together to see all of the things that are involved in what goes on in the town, because we have things like the boat from the harbor master. We also have a light department truck that's here, and a DPW. Some of the Army trucks are here, so it kind of is a community type thing that people can get involved in and learn about the town.
I think Family Fun Day brings a lot of the community together. It helps with the kids just being able to get outside, stay active, and again, just to see all the different resources that come here today, and expresses to the parents what's available to the community. I'd just like to thank all the different agencies that help out with this, and thank the Police Association for putting this together.
I hope the day gets better, and I hope we do it again next year.
As an important part of Chinese tradition, the lion dance is believed to bring good luck and happiness. On August 11th, the Gung Ho Club performed this dance for the library community while wearing masks and costumes to resemble lions.
So what we did here tonight was a lion dance performance for the Hingham Public Library. We take a lot of pride and joy in doing performances for children and community events. And yeah, we take a lot of pride and joy in what we did. We got hired by, I think, the Arts and Cultural Association, along with Toddy. And yeah, so we came here, we did a performance for the kids.
Lion dance is a traditional Chinese folk dancing that is used to scare away the evil spirits. But in common world, we would perform it during celebrations, grand opening, weddings, and stuff like that.
What I know about the Gung Ho Club is that they are part of the Boston Chinese Freemasons Athletic Club. I believe that there are a number of dance groups, and I believe the Freemason Club is they do these kinds of performances to raise money for the kids that attend their school to learn various kinds of arts. I think it's important, as I mentioned earlier, about the diversity. We don't often have an opportunity to do something like this. I think artistically and culturally it's important, and I think it's going to be a wonderful performance. I think they're going to really like it. I had the opportunity to see a lion dance at my daughter's graduation from acupuncture school. So that was my first introduction to it. So I saw it there, and we were looking for something that offered a little bit of culture and diversity to our summer reading program, and they were available, so that's why they're coming tonight.
My favorite part of the performance is performing for kids, because it's most of their first time seeing this performance, and just the excitement on their face and the laughter really gets us going. The reaction of the crowd was great. The kids always love it. However, sometimes the kids might get a little scared. That's why we always have introduction to prepare them for what's going to be going on.
I thought the reaction from the crowd was great. I think it really helps when I set the tone with a speech that basically introduces the themes and colors and symbolism of lion dance. So I think with that setting the tone, it definitely helps get the kids involved. I think, you know, it's 2015, everywhere we go, the world's being a lot more diverse. And I think that, you know, cultural knowledge and open-mindedness, it just gives everybody a chance to soak in new knowledge and just to be open to other cultures and people. You could actually go to BostonChineseFreemasons.org. That's our website. You can go there to learn about how our club started. It shows a history, it shows pictures of our volleyball team, it shows our upcoming events. So again, that's BostonChineseFreemasons.org. I just want to thank the Hingham Public Library for having us and the kids, and I hope they enjoyed the show.
The Selectmen's Regatta is a long-standing tradition at the Lincoln Maritime Center. This year's regatta included a sailing race and a rowing race. This is a great event to get the community together and wrap up the summer classes at the LMC.
So today is the end of the year party. We invited the selectmen to come down and join us for a regatta. We're also going to have all the kids come down for a pizza party, award ceremony to close out the summer, and then ending with a dance.
The Selectmen's Regatta is a long-standing race where we bring the town leaders down to show them how we use Barnes Wharf, which is a public wharf. This year is a nice kind of year too, because we're on the verge of securing a long-term 30-year lease on the site. We're really grateful that the town gave us that opportunity. We've responded to a request for proposals and we were designated as the leasee. So we're just in the process of finalizing that now, and there will be some pretty big improvements made to the wharf and to our programming after this year. So we're very excited about that. We're grateful to the town for giving us that opportunity to continue to provide the community boating that we do for everybody, and obviously to stay on this site, which has been our home since 1970s basically. Lincoln's one of the few places that if you do not own a boat or you haven't learned how to sail or row before in your life, be that as an adult or child, this is a place where you can come down, join a class, learn. There's no need for a membership. You just show up, join a class, and get on the water. We have youth and adult rowing and sailing classes, some maritime education. We also keep this wharf as a public amenity, a public space. Anybody can come down and enjoy the wharf or sunset as a picnic spot or just a place to kind of see what the harbor's like. It's really a celebration of what's always a successful summer, where we've had a lot of new faces, young and old, come through the programs, and obviously some people come back year after year because they just love it. And we do, especially on the youth sailing and youth rowing, we do an intensive 8-week program. And this is a way for us to thank the parents and children for sailing and rowing with us, and also so we can recognize a few standout stars in the program and acknowledge what they do and how much we think of them.
This event is really exciting because it's week 8 of our sailing program. We get to recognize all the sailors, thank the parents and all the staff members for working so hard throughout these 8 weeks. We've had an amazing summer, and it's sad to see the summer come to a closing, but it's really great to gather together and celebrate one last time before the end of the year.
So on the rowing side, we row open water Hudson quads, which are 4 rowers and 1 coxswain. Coxswain is the person who steers. On the youth side of things, we are currently deciding whether we'll go out with Optimist sailboats or N10s, which are turnabouts. And the Optimists are for the much younger children, and the N10s can actually take adults, but not super comfortable. So the Selectmen's Regatta is more kind of just a showpiece event. The race is quite literally a 3-boat race this year, but if you'd like to learn more about the programming in general and what we do here and what the Selectmen's Regatta is symbolic of, I would recommend going to www.lincolnmaritime.org.
I love this program. I've been part of it for 6 years, and all the staff members work extremely hard. It's a great place to be. We have one of the best sailing staff and rowing staffs on the South Shore. All the kids love sailing here so much. The year was great, so I'm really excited for next year.
We actually, in recognition of the broader community things that we're doing and the big changes that are afoot, we are actually in the process of actively changing our name to Hingham Maritime Center. That's going to be officially rolled out at our first annual Maritime Gala, which is going to be on November 14th at the Hingham Armory. We're really excited about that. Great venue, new concept, and we'll be fundraising for the first part of our development project here, which is a new docking system. So we really hope that people can make it. Hingham Maritime Center's first kind of year in business is as wonderful as Lincoln's has always been.
This is my second year on staff. I volunteered 2 years before that, and I started sailing in 3rd grade. Just something to do in my summer, and I fell in love with it. I saw working here as an opportunity to continue sailing and teach other kids what I enjoy. I like sailing because it's one of the sports that really can take me away from the stresses of school and life.
I actually thought that this was how I get my power boating license when I started sailing here. So I came here in like 6th grade, and on the first day I realized there was sailing camp, so I was kind of bummed out. And then my mom told me to give it a try, so I did, and I came back the next year. And then volunteered for 3 years and then worked here for 2 after that. So yeah, I just kind of fell in love with this place.
This summer, kids signed up for the summer reading program at the Hingham Public Library. As a thank you to the kids, the library planned a finale of water fun and make your own Sundays.
Today we are having the finale to our summer reading program. So we are having a water day and a make your own ice cream sundae day. The summer reading program is an incentive program to get kids to read during the summer. So we have different levels. We have for kids from age 3 up to grade 3. We have a level for grades 4 and 5, and we have a level for grades 6 and up. This year it started in late June. And this is our last week. So it's been running about 8 weeks. The way our program is structured, it's that the kids don't have to pick from a list. It's whatever they want to read, because I think that summer is a time for fun and relaxation. And so instead of having an assigned book, they pick whatever genre or book that they would like to read. From age 3 to grade 3, they have a little a reward card. And every week that they read, they bring it back to the library, and they get to get a sticker on their reward card, and then they get to pick a little prize out of the prize box. They also color a little something. So if you were to visit the children's room, you would see all of the children's artwork adorning the walls. Grades 4 and 5, they have a card, and every day that they do their reading, they get to trade their card in for a candy bar, and then they get to also enter into a raffle. We're having an end of the summer raffle. We have 1 prize for grades 4 and 5 and 1 prize for grades 6 and up. And the grade 6 and up program is structured the same way as the grade 4 and 5 one is. Well, reading is important all the time, but it introduces them to different worlds, different perspectives, different cultures, and for them, it keeps their reading levels, their skills honed for when they go back to school in the fall. They can go to our website at hinghamlibrary.org.
The End of Summer Classic Race was a treasured summertime event on the South Shore this year. This unique race, hosted at Bear Cove Park, has a loyal following of runners who say it's their favorite race of the season.
So we're here to celebrate the 8th annual End of Summer Classic to benefit Bear Cove Park, one of the nicest open spaces in Hingham and one of the largest on the South Shore. We started the End of Summer Classic back in like 2007, just trying to benefit the park, make it better. I walk my dogs in here a lot, I run in here a lot, I ride my bike in here, so we get a lot of use out of the park, and we wanted to give something back to the park. So the End of Summer Classic is a 5-mile run all contained within Bear Cove Park, which makes it very unusual. Most road races are out on city streets, which we find a little difficult because it inconveniences the neighbors, the residents of the town. We like to host races in parks and in open spaces. They can enjoy the outdoors without having traffic and noise and angering the residents. That's why we started this, and it's evolved over the years. We've had it at some times. We've had a 3-mile walk kind of in conjunction with it. We've actually held an event called the Elliptigo Summer Classic. Today we're just going to do the 5-mile race though. It is one of the largest open spaces in Hingham, one of the largest ones on the South Shore. The Back River is the only undeveloped river on the South Shore. If you went to any other river, the North River, the South River, Ware River, there are houses that line the shores. The Fore River, there are factories and power plants, but if you go to the Back River, there are no houses on either shore along the entire length of the river. Very special place. During the 8-year run we've had, I know that we've exposed the park to a lot more people. At one time, this was a park that was kind of the haven for dog walkers. We've kind of expanded its appeal to other types of people. A lot of runners come in here now, a lot of walkers, families, cyclists, and a whole different range of people that used to come here 10 years ago. We're kind of famous for our post-race activities. For one thing, we either do a barbecue or something here right at the park. Some years we rent the South Shore Country Club's big pavilion tent, and we usually have a free beer involved in that and some food. Because it's a Friday evening event, it's just more festive than your average Saturday morning or Sunday morning event. It ends right at sunset. The sun will set right behind the finish line. The runners love that. And it's a great way to start the weekend. If you're working Monday to Friday, it's a great way to end. I used to be a runner, pretty competitive runner back in the day, and I've had some knee injuries which have prevented me from training consistently. So I kind of want to stay involved in the sport, so I thought maybe this is a good idea to stay involved by hosting some road races, organizing some events that benefit from some open spaces and some conservation areas. So that's how it all started, kind of gotten out of hand from there.
I'm the park ranger here, and I like to do anything that has anything to do with the park. You know, the South Shore Conservatory has a run they call the Rhythm Run. I'll help out with that. There's been a number of other races in here that benefit different organizations, and I'm glad to give a hand to all of them. But this one here benefits us, so I really like to get the park looking good, for this one race. So this is the one that really counts. I met John Childs actually walking my dog here about 10 years ago, and we became pretty good friends, and then he decided he wanted to do something to help the park, and this is what he came up with. So I've been doing this for the last 8 years with him. This year, so far, it's really going well. We've got the track in good shape, so I'm looking forward to it. It encompasses 5 miles inside the park. The money goes to benefit things to do in the park. Repairing the roads, buying doggy bags, and a lot of other things too. I mean, not just that, buys flowers for the garden, and whatever we need. I've been here in Hingham all my life. I brought my kids in here when they were 3 and 4 years old, riding bicycles throughout the park. I used to come here as a kid when it was still a Navy base. And so I just love the place. I have a dog and she rides with me in the truck. Just a fantastic job, and I just wouldn't give it up for anything. I love it here. It brings the community out, for one thing, and they get together, they have a great time. After the race, we go over to the South Shore Country Club, give them a little business too over there. It's just a great thing for the community, I think. It helps out the park, and which is a fantastic thing, not just for Hingham alone, but for a lot of neighboring towns. Well, I like to get it, all the area mowed as much as possible. We get the road in good shape. We trim trees so that the runners don't, have to get hung up on the briars and stuff as they run by. Empty the trash and make sure everything looks good. They can volunteer to, help with the water stations. They can volunteer to help out on the course to direct people in the right direction to go. It's pretty well marked out, but there's a couple of tricky spots, so we can use people there for sign in, helping to park cars, and they can also run in the race, and that helps out too with the donation. Everything helps. You just call in. There's usually posted on the boards here, when it's going to be and where to call. I would just like to say that I have a museum in here. It's open this Sunday, the 30th, from 10 to noon, and it kind of tells the story of what this whole place was before it was a park. It was the Hingham Naval Ammunition Depot. I have all kinds of memorabilia and stuff in there from that.
This is the first time I've done this race. I've done lots of other races. This is the first time I've done this race. I've had lots of friends that have done it and really enjoyed it. I signed up for the whole series because I wanted to support one cause in particular, is the Friends of Hingham Harbor. I think living in Hingham, lots of people use this space, not just from Hingham, but from surrounding communities, and it's fantastic to have this beautiful space with a water view. I have a dog. I love to walk my dog here. I meet friends here. I take the kids here. It's a great asset to everyone to enjoy.
This is the 8th year, and I'm involved because my husband, John Childs, is the race director, and he has a nonprofit company called Old Colony Running Events, which organizes road races throughout the year for different charities. I love Bear Cove Park. We've been coming here for years to walk our dogs, and it's just such a beautiful spot. We enjoy it, so we thought it would be a nice way to give back to the community. I always work the registration desk, and I love it. It's a lot of fun. We get to meet all the runners, and a lot of the same people come back every year, so it's really a great time. I think it's really important because it helps raise awareness of the park, the beautiful area that we have here, as well as help to raise money to go towards the upkeep of the park.
I've been in this race for about 4 years now, and I just love it. It's a great race, great cause. Very pretty, it's quaint, it's quiet, I like it. To prepare for the race, I teach yoga, I run. Being on the healthy side, well, I think it brings everybody together. It's a great family time. It's a good time to bring your family here. It's for a great cause. It's a great ending to the summer. It's a perfect ending to the summer. You bring your family here. You get this great run in on a Friday night. It's a beautiful night.
This is the first time I'm running it. I'm actually running an ultra marathon in October, so I'm just trying to run more races leading up to that. It looks like a beautiful place to run. It's flat, so it should be fast, and it's a beautiful night, so good time for it. I run about 40 to 50 miles a week, and I'm trying to add races in as part of my regular training. It's a good way to get everybody out. It's a 5-mile race, which everybody can participate in, kind of regardless of age, so it's a good way to bring everybody together.
Well, we're really excited because we are part of the series this year. We are working with Old Colony Running and offering the Harbor Dash. It's the first year that we're launching our own 5K run. That's going to be on September 12th on Petix Island. Well, you can register at the SouthShoreRaceSeries.com, the same place that you can sign up for the End of Summer Classic. And all of the proceeds are actually going to go to support Friends of Hingham Harbor. And we're eventually hoping to set up a marine science scholarship fund with all of the money. So we're really excited about it this year. We actually are including a lot of kids activities for our race, the Harbor Dash. So there will actually be a kids half-mile race that you can register for the day of the event. And we'll have face painting and a DJ and bubbles as well, so we hope to make it a family affair. It is the town of Hingham, so the ferry is going to be leaving the shipyard at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday, September 12th, and we'll be coming back at approximately 11:30, and there will be somewhat of a mini after party located on the dock, donated by the Hingham Shipyard Marina. I hope that everybody will come out and enjoy. We really appreciate the support. It's going to be a fun day for all. It's a healthy event, and we appreciate helping to spread the word or come and run yourself.
Just supporting the End of Summer Classic. We brought down some sample shoes to show to the runners and give out some coupons. We're one of the sponsors for it. We've been doing it with them for over 10 years.
We're the only nonprofit race organizer on the South Shore that we're aware of, probably in the state of Massachusetts. 3 additional races in the South Shore Race Series later this summer and fall, right here in Hingham. Next race will be the Harbor Dash on Petix Island, right at the entrance to Hingham Harbor. After that, we have the Road to World's End at World's End, which is probably the nicest property on the South Shore. And the final race in the series is called Run Through Time, which is at the Hingham Cemetery, the only garden cemetery on the South Shore and one of the most unique places around that nobody knows about. It's a very well-kept secret. It all starts with the selectmen and the Bear Cove Park Committee. You have to get permission and deal with a number of issues that are involved, insurance and parking and a number of things. We don't want to spoil this park. One of the things we want to do is preserve the park the way it is. We don't want it to get out of hand. And so we're all on board with that. We want to make this even better than it is now and more attractive place to come.
That's all for this month. Tune in next time for another exciting episode of Hingham Happenings. If you have any suggestions for a future episode, please email us at hinghamhappenings@hinghammedia.org. Thanks so much for watching.